Alright, on to my next 1,000 videos. So we're getting 1,001 out of the way and telling the YouTube auditor to go fuck himself. Man, finally with the 1,000 video out of the way, I can say that I am back to posting full-time again. Holy shit, you know, it's been a long road towards getting here, but before I get into that, I want people to know that Hipfire commentaries are returning. Yes, matter of fact, the first batch of requests is already up on Prestige Gamers, and it's inviting back all the banned motherfuckers. As part of my 1,000 video, I told you guys I actually went back, watched all the prior damn videos, and I found out that there are actually 6 people that are on the ban list. Pineapple, of course, is one. Sugar for sending me a game with no fucking gameplay. Then the remaining people went over the 10-minute time limit, which was the A7X drum covers, Goob, and 2 guys who only submitted 1 video. I don't think I ever saw these motherfuckers again. CPA, something or other, or some shit like that, and then some Triforce motherfucker, whatever. They all went over the time limit. They weren't able to submit any more videos because they got abandoned this bitch. But in any event, they're the first ones back allowed to do Hipfire commentaries in the series. Now, I was also thinking of doing another Destiny open lobby, public event type shit. You know what I'm talking about, right? Invite motherfuckers to see who could speed run the 4 raids or whatever the fuck that I was thinking of. You know, I wasn't gonna do any kind of ridiculous restrictions. Maybe other than like no exotic weapons or some shit like that. Oh man, that shit will fuck with people. No touch of malice against the fucking daughters, man. Anyway, man, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't even know if I can find fucking 10 viewers even interested in doing that shit. You know, where the reward is obviously sending in Hipfire commentary videos. Whatever. I'll see if I want to do it down the road, or maybe we'll do like a drinking raid. For every time you wipe, you gotta take a drink. Obviously, people see what happens when I get drunk in this motherfucker. So maybe I'll do that down the road, but who knows? We'll see. Either way, the Hipfire commentaries are coming back because there's such a lack of goddamn games coming out right now, man. Fucking A, Mass Effect Andromeda cannot come out soon enough. But anyway, the main thing, I'm finally back. Finally back to a full-time schedule because it's been really over since a year since I've been doing this shit, man. Obviously, I've been making videos since I moved into my new home. I have a schedule of my life already down and shit like that. I've been getting my work-life routine. So shit is normalizing for me. And I'm sure you guys have noticed, though, that my videos were only coming out once a week recently, and there's a good reason for that. Video number 1,000. That entire montage took a shitload more time than expected. Fucking thing completely morphed out of control, and I only just finished that shit the day before I actually posted this motherfucker. So let me give you an idea of what actually went into that video. For those of you who've been with me since the very beginning, all the way back to when I started my channel, one of the things that I started with was a montage called Everything. Personally, it was a video I was very proud of. However, it was a shitload of work. I kept every fucking clip that I ever got in Modern Warfare 2, good and bad because I was still doing fail volumes. I used 11 songs on that shit, and each song was part of a different theme of that video. And for those who were really watching the video, I actually synced the gameplay to the actual music. It was utterly fucking unnecessary, but that's the level of dedication I put into that video. I synced all the kills, parts with the beats or the lyrics, and I drove myself insane trying to get everything perfect. Needless to say, for someone without any video editing experience or graphics experience, I was proud of the product. Unfortunately, due to copyright and YouTube claims and shit like that, mainly from fucking Rockefeller Records. Seriously? The fuck, JC? You got all that goddamn money, you gotta block my video. Oh man, fucking Rockefeller Records, they copyrighted the shit and they muted the whole fucking video. A good portion of copyrighted content is obviously allowed on YouTube. You can't claim that shit for money. But then there are videos that don't want you to post anything, so they muted the whole motherfucker. It's still posted, but if you were to visit the video today, there would obviously be no volume, and that's depressing because I put a shitload of work into that just for the fucking music. In fact, I put so much work into that shit that I never made another montage. I didn't see a way to create anything that could actually top that. You know, I'm not an editing wizard, and I remember the countless hours I spent meticulously matching up everything I wanted to do in that video, because after all, if I did something like that in one video, if I displayed that kind of effort, I need to put the effort into future videos. So mainly the good clips that I would post would come at the end of fail volumes and whatnot because I didn't feel like doing another fucking full montage. So what the fuck does my everything montage have to do with my 1,000 video? Well, everything. Oh man, you two should pay me along for my excellent puns and metaphors up in this motherfucker, man. Anyway, when I knew my 1,000 video was coming up, before I took my break, I had a couple of ideas. Mission Impossible is always a good one, and that was a solid contender to be my 1,000 video. My goodbye, I'm going on a long break video was actually considered, but then, you know, it seemed like a shitty way to actually do my 1,000 video. You know, it'd be pretty fucked up. Hey, I hit 1,000 videos, now I'm going away. I thought about doing a 10-hour video of just my laugh on a loop. Oh man, that would have been the most annoying video of all time on fucking YouTube. But I initially settled on the idea of picking my 10 favorite videos of all time and playing them in their entirety. That was my initial goal. The video was going to be almost 2 hours long, about an hour and 45 minutes to be exact, and I figured that would still be a cool thing to do. But like I said, I ran out of time before my break, and I wasn't close to my 1,000 video by time I had to move. I think I came up about 15 videos short in that motherfucker. So I took my break. I didn't think too much about YouTube. You know, I made a couple of commentaries here and there. I did some clip videos, but ultimately I was pretty quiet for 11 months. But during my 11 months away, I decided to start going through my collection and finding these 10 videos. You know, the Earthquake Survival video, Techno Kitty were obviously there, Dead Like Disco is one of my favorite videos, Mission Impossible, of course, had to be there. So I had a list of about 25 videos that I had to weed down to the final 10 choices. In May, I had the 10 videos I was going to post and started putting them together. And then a funny thing happened along the way. Because I watched some of my older classic videos, because I was viewing a lot of my older content, I was seeing suggestions and recommendations of my older videos. You know, when you watch this channel over and over and over again, YouTube's gonna averagely recommend videos from that channel. So I saw my Scarface video, I saw my conversation with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Samuel Jackson, my Skyrim raging videos, my other Chipmunk videos, hipfire commentaries of crazy shit, goodbye PlayStation 3 games, answering your questions that you guys sent, and more I started seeing clips. The more and more I realized I did a lot of other cool videos. By August, after watching so many of my prior videos, I came to the conclusion 10 videos wasn't going to cut it. I needed to do another montage type video. I needed to capture all the things that I've done on my channel that have been entertaining. So I made the decision. I needed to watch all my videos. Yep, every single one of them. I needed to watch them again. So one hot ass day in August, and it's a day that I remember because my place was so fucking hot that I couldn't even turn on my PlayStation 4 because there was no air conditioning. I had no air conditioning next to the consoles. Any hot day I couldn't turn that motherfucker on. Anyway, that day I started watching my videos all the way from number one in my air conditioned room, of course. The one room that had air conditioning, I was sitting there with my fucking laptop. Anyway, I went all the way back to my very first video, my very first commentary, and I decided that my new 1,000th video idea had to include my entire library. I had to show all the content that has gotten me to this point, and that's exactly what I started doing. Unfortunately, Destiny released The Rise of Iron, and I stupidly started playing that. You know, I was working on shit till they rolled out the new content, and then after that, my mind wandered off and I started playing that fucking game. Around the end of October, I realized, holy shit, I'm moving soon, and I haven't done shit for my 1,000 video. That's when it finally clicked that I needed to get to work on that shit, and I needed to start doing it fast. So I got to watching my videos, cataloging what I was going to use, what I was going to use, what I was going to ignore and whatnot. Eventually, I moved. Eventually, my time was limited, but I had to get through 1,000 videos. In posting 2 videos a week while I was trying to catch up and watch 20 videos a day, I realized the math wasn't in my favor. I had to space out my videos. I had to delay my 1,000 video because I had a shitload of work to do. So I went to 1 video per week, and even crazier, I had to start watching more videos per day. For the past 5 or 6 weeks, I haven't played shit in video games. No lie. I have been watching my videos non-stop for pretty much the entire month of January. I was watching my videos at work with my headphones on. I was coming home. I was editing the clips that I wanted to take, go back to work, watch all my videos, come home, do that shit all over again. It was a fucking project. This was the everything montage magnified. Except this time, I wasn't just watching hundreds of Modern Warfare 2 footage clips with absolutely no deadline to watch them. Now, I'm trying to get through 900 fucking videos, and I have a deadline. I had to make my 1,000 videos before I got into the other shit I wanted to do, right? Fine. I get through all my videos. All 900 videos or so that had commentaries, because obviously I did some quick clips with no commentary, shit like that, just some funny clips or whatever. I would have to download the videos, clip them in Sony Vegas, and then the stupid fucking thing that I didn't do was sort them ahead of time. I wasn't naming the clips anything that would fucking help me. So after I got some 2,000 video clips or whatever the fuck it was, you know, in smaller portions, now I had to rewatch every fucking clip and relabel everything to have an idea where I wanted to put them in the fucking video. So cool. Now I have shit in folders. I have a metaphor folder, I have a Mission Impossible folder, I have a hipfire commentary folder. But how do I create a cohesive video? How do I make this shit look like a comprehensive montage as opposed to me just slapping some shit against the wall and hoping that shit fucking works? That's when the sections came to mind. Let me break out the video into full sections and shit and individually actually make smaller videos. So for those of you who watched all 2.5 hours, you saw how I broke out the video. Each one of those sections was its own video. Each section ran for whatever minutes long and had their own video ready to post. Matter of fact, I categorized and clipped so much shit that when I had all these smaller videos, the entire fucking project was 4 hours. Seriously, 4 hours was the first draft. That's fucking excessive. You know, 4 hours is way too much to watch. So hence, I had to cut shit down. I have other sections that didn't end up making it in the video, such as my question and answer session that could have been used, or the Goodbye PlayStation 3 series that has some key videos and moments and what like that. My fail volumes had to be completely cut, simply because I didn't know if music was going to be allowed on some of these videos anymore. I even debated about going to get some of those community channel videos that I did. You know, the videos that I've been on other channels where you guys have seen some of my work and shit like that, grabbing them and adding them to the video. You know, Straight Up Knives, Yoush, all those other top 10, top 5 channels I did videos for. So it was heartbreaking that I had to cut all of this shit out. So after cutting sections of the video, now I got this shit down to 3 hours and 15 minutes. Went back, cut more content from the video, and I know some things that I cut, I couldn't believe I was actually removing. I cut the dual commentary with me talking to a chipmunk friend trying to convince them to play Destiny. I had all of Epic Pineapple's Hipfire commentary submissions in its own section as opposed to the only 2 that I actually used. I had other funny Hipfire commentary videos, longer music section. It was cut after cut after cut until finally I got the video down to 2.5 hours and I was happy with the result. I didn't want to take it anymore. I had to do this shit because I just couldn't cut down any more than what I already had. So I took what I had and I rendered that shit out on February 9th, ready to post that motherfucker on February 10th. I took all 18 smaller videos, put them in Sony Vegas, and rendered that in 1080p with Windows Media Video. And the file came out to 27.5 gigabytes. I tried uploading that shit on Thursday, tried on Friday, only for my computers to keep crashing. Crashed 2 laptops and 1 PC. And no matter what browser I used, it didn't fucking work. Quickly check YouTube. Oh, there's a 20 gigabyte limit on fucking videos. Fuck me. So now I have to get a file size under the limit. So on February 10th through the 12th, I spent the entire fucking weekend re-rendering the video in different quality to see which one will get me under the 20 gigabytes. The only way I could get under that motherfucker was to sacrifice some of the quality. Although I will say this, it's not a terrible difference in the video, to be honest, when you actually look at it from what I rendered it in and what it was supposed to be. You know, it's finally rendered in 720p as an MP4 compared to 1080p in Windows Media Video. However, for whatever fucking reason, Sony Vegas does not like rendering in MP4. I don't know why. It takes less time to render in Windows Media Video, which is a bigger fucking file, than MP4. Plus, when you render individual WMV videos and then mash them together, Sony Vegas doesn't recompress anything, so it actually takes less time. By doing each section individually as their own video and then putting them in sequential order, that took me far less time than to actually do the video in one whole shot. But with MP4 though, it didn't give a shit. It rendered each video separately, then it rendered the whole fucking project again. No fucking shortcut. It does the whole fucking video as if it's one complete project. That shit rendered in 9 fucking hours. I started Saturday evening, it rendered overnight into Sunday, and I posted that shit Sunday afternoon to make sure YouTube didn't fuck with the video. Oh man. So finally, after months away from YouTube, thinking of the idea, 5 or 6 weeks of endlessly watching videos, clipping them at night, after a week of non-stop rendering, a weekend of re-rendering the whole project, it was over. Holy motherfucker, it was a fuck long time I spent on this, and that's why I say I am never doing this shit again. The amount of hours I spent on this project is clearly nothing I've ever done and will ever do again. No fucking way. Not for 1,500, 2,000, or whatever fucking number I get up to. There is no way in hell I am ever doing that shit again. Hell no, not going through all my videos all over again. Although I will say, it was funny seeing some of the older videos that I have done. But with that video out of the way, fucking life returns to normal again. I can play video games again at night instead of editing videos. I can post commentaries like normal again, and now I'm not delaying any fucking videos. I could roll out hip-fire commentaries, open lobbies, and getting back into life the way it was over a fucking year ago again. So I am officially back. Not part-time back, not one video a week back. I am fucking back, and the only one that isn't happy about that shit is the YouTube author. So now that you know what my life has been like for the past 2.5 fucking months, get ready to see me get back to my usual shit, and as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and other good shit, and I'll see you guys in the next video.